Hello and welcome. Right, well, how well did we do? Well, I suppose you just look at the money at the top and you think we did fairly well, really. And not only did we do fairly well like that, so we didn't do any work. I didn't set anybody going with ploughing and stuff, which I missed a bit of a trick, but we were ducking and diving quite a lot. We sold our breads, we sold our soup. There's still quite a lot, and we need to top up and do lots of ancillary work. But what we did do, we did buy quite a few bits and bobs. We swapped the Risoux mash. This we bought and it was 163,000. We were heavily in debt. It needs, obviously, it's no good as it is. It's well, it is. It will go. But what I mean is, it needs a bigger tank, a bigger pipe. Its engine's really good, 547 horsepower, so it'll pretty much tackle these hills, and that's the most important thing. We bought a roper header because it was very reasonable. You never know, we one day get that beautiful roper that that's connected to. We bought this because it's a floor pickup, but I don't think it'll do what we want. I've treated us to a brand new one of these, and this is a lease. So yeah, we weren't that lucky. But we did get this monstrous, beautiful little bit of kit here, the Lizard MKS32. It's not got my BI Industries on it yet. Not that it has a label on it, but what I mean is it doesn't say it. I've not branded it yet properly. So, yeah, but everything else we'd already got, so amazing. We're going to have to go into animals as well. But again, I'm not sure what we're going to do, really. I was hoping that JMGaming's map will sort of drop properly, and then we'll have to chop the forest down and we'll earn a lot of cash as well, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it in a way with the forestry. I might for once do auto load. We'll see. We've got the proper thing now, so yeah, we did a lot of ducking and diving. I've got auto save on because the game is very volatile. So we got the harvester. We didn't get a baler. We did a shed load of ducking and diving. It is one of those sessions that it's because obviously you're going to think, well, you was only on 46,000. We also went heavily into debt at one time, but because of how lucky we were with the drops, which again, I always think this is the type of episode, it's not a very long one, but it's the ones that I would like you to watch because it sort of shows you how we got. Because I always find the winter session, the going over winter one, which happens on almost all of the Let's Plays, this is where you sell a lot of your gear, and it's where so this is the episode of all of them that's not as boring, and you can see how we got to, I know it's on dollars, I apologise, yeah, well, how we got to that, and we managed to get a beautiful big tanker and a lovely, yeah, the Quantum as well. We're going to try the Quantum grabbing the stuff off the ground, because it is a ground pick, but it still needs really to go into a, so I don't think we can use this, so that's why I've got the baler, because I'm almost sure this is going to crash and burn, where all it's going to do is just stick it, like, move it to somewhere else. So it might be able to gather the piles, but you can already do that with the baler, so I think it'd be all, I think you're still going to need the S710, but oh no, actually, doesn't this rise as well? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not. Right, so let's just open this. Let's have a quick go. It is right. Yeah, so it's perfect. It picks up off the ground and it will go into your trailer. So it may well actually work. And it's also very fast. It's 40 kilometres. I mean, so really, this is a sort of a groundbreaking bit of kit that I would have loved on FS25. Yeah, going forwards, I think we're going to have a go with this first before we say never. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this now. And we'll grab that and stick it straight in the trailer, the straw, and we'll just see if it's as quick as a baler. Can we bale? We could bale the other field. We could sort of do two fields at once. We could grab that baler, because that was a courseplay course. Field 7 was courseplay, whereas I did this monstrous field because the Risoux mash really struggled. I did field 4 myself, so it's all over the place. We could windrow, I suppose, and then you could follow the windrower's course. So we could see, but we can also have a go. We could get the windrower windrowing, and then I could follow with the pick up, and we could get the baler going on that one. So I think, yeah, all things considered, and we can get one of the other tractors going from field to field with the plough, and then so it's going to be an interesting session. The next session is my kind of session where you're ducking and diving, as in like you're bouncing from one job to another. So this will be my favourite, I think, in FS25. I mean, yeah, I love fluffy mods as well. That is amazing. But I love the AGI pack, the STX20. It was brilliant. This may well it is faster already. It's super duper fast. So the fact that it will... So 40 kph, so probably is about 20 miles an hour. Going downhill, I'd imagine we're going to pick up some speed. Yeah, and obviously we can actually tow it. I'll just trying proof of concept. So yeah, brilliant. I think that's enough, Mr. Smith. I think we're all... Yeah, we definitely... It's not bad though, is it? Ooh, decent brakes as well. It's better than the Quattro. Its brakes are terrible. It's the one bad thing I hate about it. You start wandering down this hill and it will not stop. It's terrible. You got your finger on the thing and it takes about 8 seconds for it to like respond. It's terrible. But yeah, it is one of those sessions I'd advise you to watch, because there's a lot goes on, and that's why we're up at 232,000 and completely out of debt, because at one point we were like 200,000 in debt. It's so that you like think, well, that is a lot. Yeah, you can see. I think 338, 432, 209, 341. There's a lot of buoyancy. This is the products we sold, though. We did very well on the products. 70, 110, 140 odd thousand for products is really not bad at all. And the rest was ducking and diving. So, yeah. So I'm going to say, hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Right, there's an awful lot going on with FS25. Well, there is on my PC. I've not looked at news, not this today. I shall have a look tonight, but there's all manner of... And the bad thing is, of course, because I am now modding and heavily got lots of my mods in the game, the first question you always should ask yourself, really, is it my mods that's causing these sort of crashes? But I really don't think it is. Obviously, Giants, the 1.5 issue was supposed to fix manure. It hasn't. So, in fact, in my personal opinion, from what I can see on my game, I'm deliberately going from map to map now. Calmsden is crashing and burning. I've knocked my graphics settings down a little, so we're just normal 4K, not the high-end 4K. It's just what everyone classes as 4K. 3840 times 2160, something like that. 30, yeah, it's around that. So rather than the 41 that I was doing it at before, which makes your pixels a bit more detailed, but it's already very detailed. So, but yeah, so I'm on here. We did all of the harvest, so I mean I'm well chuffed with where we are now. We've got like straw to do, but we're not really in a rush. We're in September. We've got things that we need to be like selling. Is anything in the green? Pig food. We've got 22,000. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Potato soup is on the rise. Well, we've got the potatoes into our preserved food factory. Carrots is the one thing we knew. With like, but yeah, when I say that, I'm not really, we didn't have it this good before, where we've obviously bought extra fields, but unfortunately we had barley in it. It has meant that we've got obviously better flour, and we're keeping this obviously going forwards. I've got this that does both, which is a cracking idea, really. But yeah, we've just keeping it as it is, basically. So the flowers, if I remember rightly, yeah, there's a little bit in, and the outflowers distributing. That's only a tiny touch left. I think we've got it out the silo. I did look last time, and I've totally forgotten what I discovered. Oh no, we have. That's right. We've got quite a bit still in storage, so we could stick that in this session. Potatoes. I think we've stuck everything, because our production is more than capable of storing an absolute shed load of potatoes, and it has got 107 tons in. We might... No, we took... Oh, we did. Last thing we did last session was we grabbed the potatoes. Red beets is still full, so we're not like out of that. Parsnips is almost full, and it's just carrots, isn't it, that we've not. But the parsnip soup's doing well. The pig feed is just starting to go through. Can't do triple soup because we've not got the third, but we are going to do well. All the flour's gone in there, which we only need a little bit for noodle soup. We've actually no, we haven't switched it on. So this does show that this is productions themselves, not me. It's put flour into the preserved food factory, and we're not actually calling for it. None of these require it. I was thinking this was my mods. Now, this is a base game mod. All I've done is tweak the XML, so that's allowed. That's not me altering anything. So the bottom line is, I mean, you could say, well, you have altered something. You've put the soup thing in, but you are literally just changing the XML. The i3D is just... I hate getting this technical. Yeah, the actual file that makes it look like things. I've not changed that at all. And the XML is right. There's no errors in it or anything, which you obviously, having done this now for quite a few, and I've done it heavily so that I really learn modding deeply. I sort of do really know what I'm doing to a degree. I mean, it is still right, the bread. That's going to be filled soon. So the flour's out of... this is it. So it's out of flour. So all the flour's gone into there. And let's just see. Now, I can do this myself. What I've been doing in my mods is the ones I have made myself, literally. The silo-y type ones, which we've not got any on this, where I've got any of my storage mods or forage productions or anything like that. I've been very busy with my own personal mods, which we've just not got any on this Let's Play. I've literally sort of been doing lots of things on those all myself, as in, like, it's just all I've got is the basic silo modo, and I've ripped that to shreds and then right, okay, we have to do that, didn't we, so we can get to the sell point. And this is what I was saying, on All Giants maps you don't get any of this farm step, but this is what I was saying. One of the viewers was saying about you put stuff in and it shows, and they are right, it did, we saw it show, but that's gone. And that was just last session. So what, we're supposed to like put 10 things in so that all of them show. And I've been inside this mod obviously to do this, and it's basically things like gnocchis, mushrooms, and all of the vegetables like spring onions and all of those type of things. There's some very strange way of doing it. The Giants have done it inside here. So these are supposed to display things like spring onions. That's why I never really answered back to the very kind comment to say about this, because I thought, well, I'll bet you're right, but it's still odd that they're all empty. Surely there should be like fields, and then they should sort of change with what you've put in, or they should have at least something, because it looks odd. It does. I mean, and I'm not the only one that said that. In fact, someone else said it, and I thought, well, yeah, I agree with you totally. It's totally weird. Yeah, so we really could sort of go through until, yeah, we've sort of got everything in that we need to sort of do. So we could literally, because we're going to sell these, we could do the trick this time as well of blocking this off and selling just from in here. I ought to increase the storage in these as well, deliberately to assist us all, because I do intend on releasing these on console and everything, and just, yeah, I'm not doing anything bad at all. I've tried to bring the grain mill things in, the equipment, but Giants have done something very like dynamically load things, which means they start in one i3D file and then they magic into this one. So if you stick something else in here, it totally stuffs it up. And yeah, I've tried it a few times, it breaks the i3D. Now I know what I'm doing now, and I know it's not that difficult for me to put a new i3D file, an identical one in, then work on it again. So I've tried 7 or 8 different, sorry to go into real time, and I'm going to finish soon, honest. Yeah, I've tried 7 or 8 different ways to try to achieve me bringing in the grain mill equipment into here, all which failed. So I thought, well, do you know, I even built a brand new one and manually placed things in so they weren't being swizzled in by magic, by giants, and it still broke. So I thought, oh, okay, well, in that case, if we can't bring the equipment in, let's just leave it as it is. Or what I'm thinking of doing is making the sheds fully enclosed and sticking a door in it like we used to have in FS22. This is a fair sized building anyway, really. That's what I'm thinking, just to make them all like this with the BI colours, put a door on the front and like do away with all the equipment, which should be a very simple i3D file. It's because there's hardly any graphics to it, and then it's all about the XML. It just makes it small, petite, and it works well, because this game is utilising very high usage of all of everyone's resources on the game, which I think that might be part of Giant's problem, really. They've gone grand. This was supposed to be the very best of all the FSs ever, and I can see the promise. If they can pull it off what they've started, then it really will not be a bad sort of thing. I don't know. We're down to 46. No, we are, because we've got the John Deere. Yeah, we heavily, really sort of badly. Have we got any leased items that I've forgotten to send back? That's the real... No, I did do it at the end of the session. I thought I had. Right, so we're going to go through. We're looking for December, I believe, for our bread. It's still in the white, so it's not doing anything. We've got barley to do for flour as well. But it is true, you can see, and this is not me, it's sending flour just... Now, I've got to be honest, FS22 is a little bit like that. In the end, I'd started to say, well, yeah, but I'm not calling in this one for flour at all. So there's absolutely no reason at all. Yeah, we're on activate, which means it's deactivated. It's not golden. That's on. You can see that's on and that's on. But that isn't. So why is this got a shed load of flour in it? We've not asked it to be in there. We've not put the beacon on to say, send flour to me. Right, well, one thing we can do, though, is see if we can take the flour out, which is where this conversation started, where I was basically saying that in my mods, what I have been doing is, like, allowing it to be all taken out. Because the one thing I loved about FS22, Lomatana tended to do this. She's really is very good. She would allow you to take your things out. Now, burning, I'm not trying to have a go at burning, because I love burning stuff. It is amazing. But now he, with his simple silage maker, the very first one that came into FS22, he would not allow, that's a weird one, yeah, it is this very one. He wouldn't not allow you to draw your inputs back out, which if you ever wanted to change your, like from one thing to another, and I think it should be, again, this might be also that it's not very nice. Yeah, it's on a hill. No, I don't think we put it in B mode, but we may have done. So it should be I think that's right. It's really, this is the awkward one with a very, very thin sort of thing about where it actually is. It could be higher. I might need to, yeah, we can see that it's definitely the point where we need it is to be level is here. So if we like level that from that corner there, ooh, did something strange like that. Don't have to do weird things. And then take that all the way to there like that, and maybe just a touch more. And then what we're going to do, typical when you're doing things like this when you've got low volume, always. And if we just soften a little, as small as you can, just to like take the edge off it, because otherwise it's going to be a monster bump. And it should sort of think, if it was just down to that, it should now pop. It's weird, I sort of did become almost an expert at this, like on FS22, because the amount of times you've got to use B mode and you get that warning from Giants to say Yeah, so this is, you're not allowed to take the stuff back out. I can fix that. Well, you shouldn't need to, but obviously the flower's going to this one for some reason. Or the storage of the grey meal's too close with them being... But then they're not supposed to play with storage with one another, so... The bottom line is what we could do. Because we're not cheating at this point. It should not have gone into that at all. We could buy flour, pay myself back, and then... yes. No, that... No, it's the Reserve Food Factory. Ah. Yeah, you're looking at the bakery. My bad. Apologies, everybody, for, like, being an absolute wally. Yeah, now this should... I should be able to draw everything out, because this is one that I've had a lot to do with. This was the first mod that I really went advanced with, that I broke it and had to rebuild it a lot. And then when I got a bit better at modding, as in, like, making the factories and all the rest of it, and understanding a little bit more, I've even got a version that's a bit dearer that I intend to work on a bit more. That's actually got storage. I'll show you. I'll show you what I've done. It was broken. I fixed it. It wouldn't even show on the game. It was that badly broken. It looks a bit odd, the photo, and I'll explain why. That red blob you see there, I kept thinking, oh, that's a horrible photo. That's got a storage silo. But it doesn't take up an awful lot more room than the thing. But I thought, well, it sort of goes in the equipment, but only the legs go. It's been very carefully placed so that it just goes through the legs of the machine, but obviously doesn't come out an awful lot more. But I thought that was a perfect excuse for actually... it's a little bit more, because its storage is an awful lot bigger, and I thought it was more believable than, like, carrying on as I had. And obviously, if I'm going to enclose the frontage of these and take the machines out, it's going to be even less. I like seeing the machines, but if it's going to cause issues with the way that Giants magic the stuff in, and if I can't alter it, which I've tried, and it does weird things, then I just will start placing things like this, and I'm going to start bringing in, like, silos like that as, like, additional storage like you'd have in real life, which is exactly what happens. So I thought it was a bit more believable. But yeah, you can see it's not actually saying it. I can't put it down. It was broken to the point where you couldn't actually do this. If I just briefly put developer mode on, that warning is just saying that pig food is not really supported by the loading station or the pallet spawner. Well, it's not, because pig food is not a pallet. It doesn't come in pallet form. So it's just telling the truth. There's no errors other than it is an error. It is an error. It's not white, but there's only one error. That used to have a shed load of yellow and red errors. None of them were serious in themselves, but it is still, yeah, serious enough. Whereas now it's absolutely spot on. Let's just switch that off, and yeah, take that away again. But yeah, so we should really be able to grab out of the storage on this one now the flour, because this shouldn't be in here. We didn't put the flour in here. Yeah, there we go. So it should. No, we've only put pig food as the... Again, I can fix this, because it's only a matter of going into the XML and saying, well, actually, I want to draw everything that I put in here out again. I don't think... Because I think this was put down again... I don't think the flour registers in here, because this... I mean, you can do that. You can put your silo down as a storage item. And then, of course, it would appear in here, because this would then be an extension, so... Let's have a look. I think I'm right. I don't think there's going to be any flour in here at all. I think I'm going to be totally right. But I can do something about this for next session, if this is the case. Which... I can't see any flour in there at all. No. I can't remember if flour's even one of the things I've actually done for it. Because it's more of a production ingredient, really, isn't it? So it might be that it doesn't appear at all in there. So again, we're sort of stuffed for now, but I can actually change the XML to say I want to draw my flour out, and then I think it'll actually be the pallet spawner that will do that. Is it flour? Does it? Yeah, flour's a pallet, isn't it? So we'd have to, like, say, put the pallet into the pallet, put the flour into pallet form, grab it, put it back into the... I'm not sure if you can load pallets back into like these. I think Giants are really wanting us all to use pallets a lot. So we're sort of stuffed a little bit, but we can... I'm not sure if you can even buy power. I mean, you could buy it from the... on a normal map. Obviously, Risoux Forest, this is a bit of a white elephant where I'm... Yeah, oh, wow. Yeah, weird graphical glitches. Yeah, we have. And I've knocked my graphics settings down a little bit. I'm just going to pop out whilst we're chatting, just to check, to see in Task Manager. I just want to check that my... Yeah, no, CPU usage is at 16%, so it's purring like a kitten. It's certainly not struggling. Memory, 33%. It was at 39% last time, so nothing's terribly struggling. So I've got graphics, GPU. Ah, now this time, actually, it was running at a very high level on Riverbend Springs. Now this has got... It's not even running at... that's this one. Oh, it is. Yeah, 94, 96%. And the video encoder is at 60%. Dedicated GPU memory is 8. Yeah, this is running high. And that's what I'm saying. This game is heavy. It is. I've got to see. Last time I did this, it had a slowdown, but no, it's actually alright. But yes, it's definitely strange. It may be that I need to stick the LSS on for the fact that it means that it's going to reduce the load. It can manage it. It's like there's a lot of memory in this machine, so it's not terrible. But yeah, you can see by the weird fractals, you can always tell when your graphics card is struggling a little because you get strange little tiny elements. It usually, yeah, it is the same when when a graphic card really breaks properly. You get little tiny diamonds and shapes start to appear on your screen. It's one of those sort of signs that your graphics card is really seriously having issues. Yeah, so we're not getting that, but we are getting like weird little bubbles appear in places. So, right, so we're in September. We're going to go through till tomorrow. We're going to do some ducking and diving. We're not going to bother with that because it's just too... it would make us 500. Not worth doing. So 9 o'clock. We've done all of our thing. Obviously the biggest thing we're looking for is anything kind of... It could be loose. We just need something, a baler or whatever, that we need ourselves. So we hopefully over the winter we will sell our bread, and hopefully we will... well, wow, that amount of times that appears. Now that we will keep for ourselves. We will. So let's grab that first. Now we need one of these. Oh, isn't that typical? We do. We need one ourselves. So we've got to sell that and sell that to get that, and also take a loan out. What? How much is our Massey worth? It's not Massey. The Risoux mash. How much is that worth? Oh, we did get away with it. Thank goodness for that. Yeah. How much is our little? Because there's no point in like keeping. So the Risoux mash is worth at 28. It's worth something. Yeah, bearing in mind we're sort of going to be very close. We know it's struggling. It really is struggling. It's such a shame. It's a beautiful bit of kit, but it's time. It's for the farm. We've got to do it. So let's get this done. It really is. I mean, it's when I say the one thing we want is a baler, really, the one thing we wanted more than a baler was a harvester. So, yeah, we've got quite a few bits and bobs like mowers and mixing wagons. I do intend, to be honest, I might be coming on Risoux Forest a lot because I'm trying to finish the Giants maps because the meshes are so ugly on the Giants maps. So much so that I don't really want to subject you to like having to view the content because it's awful. There's horrible nasty meshes where the grass goes all thick and bad. So I'm going to sell that. Yeah. So yeah. So we've got 102,000 now. We want to buy. We've got plenty of tractors though. As much as it's brilliant that there's that beautiful fen there, we don't want any extras at all. Oh, right, you've got no choice but to have... Oh, again, you've got no real choice. It's got to be like that. We do want to purchase it, yes. And we may as well get that as well. No, it is a total waste. It really is. So we've got to sell them one at a time because we can't. Yeah, I've got to be honest. Giants have really wrecked it. I can tell that this is struggling. As in, like, it's a few times. Obviously, I haven't created content now for a long time. The encoding is quite a low level, and it's even on the chip now, so it really doesn't harass the NVIDIA an awful lot. But you get a funny, like, lurching, like, with the, and you can tell that you're not moving freely. It's now getting that. So we want to sell you. Yes. Now then, we're going to grab you. Which is such a shame, but we haven't really got any animals to do the slurry. We'd have to buy it all the time, so it is good. But what I mean is, I think on this Let's Play, how we are presently, that we'll... Yeah, it is a real shame, because I've got to be honest, this is my favourite Quaker. That's reasonable and yet fairly big. This is the one I've got on Riverbend Springs. I love it. It's amazing. So it's with great pain that I actually... sell this, but we do need harvester more than anything else. So yeah, it's like everything, like I always say, it's more about you've got to do what's right for the for the farm, aren't you, really? So now this is going to fib because it's not going to be only 99,000 because you have to add options, but we can sort of go for the minimum. Oh my life. Oh, that's not fair. Seriously. It's a bit of a monster. It's going to be gorgeous for us to have, but it's going to cripple us. But that's, I think, no, they think that's, again, this is what I say. This is the one bad thing that JHG does. Obviously, the shop reads it as the minimum, but you've got to have a certain options on it. So that means the 52,400 is the minimum we can have for this. So, but that is the minimum price we can actually pay. We really want extras. Yeah, like that. If we did this, it's starting to get like big and all the rest of it. We do need them, but at the minute, it's 163 that we need to borrow. I mean, I know we are going to have, so 193, which is quite bad. Alright, so that is the minimum, 163, Wally. We do want to purchase it, yes. Fantastic. We are not going to repair it because we can't afford to. We're going to go through straight away to November. So the next thing we need, it says he's heavily in debt, is some kind of baler. Or at least we've sorted the biggest problem out, which really on this map is big equipment. We've got enough tractors to sink a battleship. We've now got a beautiful harvester that needs a bit of money spending on it. We are going to do some ducking and diving though. So we need to lend about 120,000. We need as a balance. If it lets us do it, we'll do it. 120. Then we can buy the two things at once. So if we buy the voucher. There, we don't want any extras. Yeah, that's 69,148 like he said. And we want to grab that too. It's a shame we can't have that. Oh, there is the summers in the game. Right. Wow. Oh, okay. No, you're right. I'm sure. My addition, Mr. Smith, you were not working it out properly. No, I thought I'd got that right, but obviously not. Fantastic, and we will grab everything. We've got to duck and dive a little bit. I mean, like I say, we're doing well out of this, really, as we all can see. I've got to be honest, I'm quite impressed with this. I mean, they say there is promise to the game. There's no denying that fact, but it really is awful. as it is. And this, it's pushed. I mean, this is... I'm not bragging either. I'm only saying this is... it's an AMD processor. And it's the 9s, which are like an i9 processor. But this is the AMD equivalent. Because I've always been an AMD sort of person. It's a real rock solid, really high-end processor. I spent a lot of cash to get it, so I know, you know, which I know my stuff because I'm obviously, it is my job to know computers, and I've always been interested, which is why I'm a super geek. Yeah, it's a very high-end. The graphics card also likewise is a very high-end graphics card, so I'll sell that. Let's sell that. And let's, we may as well grab that's 890. It's a shame about that, because that would be really nice. Go on, I'm going to go out on a limb. Yeah, I've got a good feeling about this, but we're going to leave those alone. Right, so, is our bread, is it on the green or it's yellow? So, it's not a potato soup. All the soups are coming up nicely. We could actually sell those. They are green. You can see actually they're higher than the price they should be. So we are going to sell direct. Carrot soup is selling. Parsnip soup is selling. Potato soup is selling. That's it, isn't it? We've not got... No, we have got red beet soup selling too. And then we want to go to the bakery. And we want to sell you to... Oh, no, we don't. No. That's the one that is... it's full though, but yeah, it's... Oh, it has got a bit of flour in it. Right, so let's speed time up till 10 o'clock, and we should get quite... Oh, my... It works every time. It's just one of those... sorry, my voice has gone quiet there. Yeah, it's just one of those sort of things you only know. It doesn't do it all of the time either. So, speed it up to 10 and we should get a bit of a bang. Quite a bit of a bang, actually. Yeah, that's not quite as big as a bang as you're expecting. Yeah, the bread would have obviously made it quite a bit more. Let's alter that back straight away. Oh, no, that's right. Storing again. Storing. And storing. Fantastic. So we should actually get another sale of what's left in March, which is the month it's supposed to be sold in. But that was a good place to be. Let's go through till December, and then I would hope that the bread is at a point where we can actually sell it. It will also free up the space because that storage is chocker. Ooh, now that was a better tick up from our generator. It was. Ooh, now this should really bring us some cash, shouldn't it? Wow. It should actually. Yeah, a little bit of lucky. So let's grab that. Could have run down, I think. We're a little bit, well, not lazy exactly, but... Yeah, so we're getting quite a collection of things. We've got the other header for if it's a completely different vehicle, so we sort of, I mean, bottom line is they're like 80 odd grand normally. For 20, you're getting it at a quarter of the price. It's like, it's worth taking a punt because you'll kick yourself if you like. So let's grab the Landini, which is no good for this map. Nor, oh, now that would have been, but we've already done well. So sometimes you just gotta. Yeah, you can't have everything, can you? Might as well get them both. Oh my life! What a colour on that! Fantastic. This time we're going to run. Yeah, so again, and again, it's the look of the draw, isn't it? But I've got to be honest, I'm trying to play the game as a game, so I'm not really apologising. I do like that Vermeer. I do. It's, we haven't got any cheap mowers in yet, though, like the fold bars. I love the fold bars. But yeah, I'd love to import them actually from FS25, but I'd upset the modder that made them, so I think I should not do that. Fantastic. Let's jump in. It just take a lot less time. Love how big the shop front is on this. There's a lot of maps. New Frontier, it's strange for saying New Frontier's slab of. It's got a very tiny, and I'm sorry, Oda, it's a cracking map. I'm not having a go really, but what I'm saying is, it's when you see this JMGaming, you can go on and on and on, and on Frontier where there's a huge slab where it could have gone on a lot bigger. You can only get a few items, but I suppose it's supposed to represent a very small shop. So, yes, let's sell you 2. And all we've got left is those 2 things. So, let's go through. No, let's not go through. Let's just check the time saving stock check. We should have, 44 grams worth of. Now you can see that the soup and that's also still on the way up again. Is that not selling? Pig food is also getting seriously good as well. Yeah, right. Bread is what we want. So we want a bakery. We want bread. We do want it on selling now. So we want to speed time up for 1 hour to 10 o'clock. And we should make quite a bit of cash. Yay. Excellent. Let's knock that straight off selling. Actually, let's leave it on selling because it's some flour in there, but it will bring us a little bit of cash in. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Who made that, Mr. Smith? I think it's the BI Industries one. Oh, wow. That's a cracking price, that is. We are buying that, definitely. Fantastic. Oh, wow, I only made that yesterday. Oh, you couldn't make that one up, could you? Right, let's go through till 9 o'clock. I've got no lorry, but again, it is amazing, isn't it? Sometimes the equipment drops you get, but we've got loads of this brilliant equipment. If we got enough cash, we will buy ourselves a baler. It will be the thing we buy new, like we did the stone picker last year. Yeah, so, oh my life. Well, let's do that one first. We might just about get enough to grab the para level. Just about, perhaps. Yeah, we're filling JMGaming's frontage up a little bit, aren't we, with all this equipment? Well, we've got, yeah. Again, it's the one bad thing about Risoux Forest is obviously the land. It's 2 things. It's got massively, really very undulating. But just, I don't know if JMGaming's made this more. I can't remember it being quite this bad. I mean, I went over the other side of the map and obviously did a monstrous big maze and all sorts of things on this map. It was quite stupendous. And 271, we need to lend 10,000. Keep panicking every time I see that. I'm not sure if we quite. Yeah, we can just do it. Ooh. Now that should net us quite a bit of cash, because that's 27 grand. No, that's the one we want. Massey Ferguson idea. This should sort of mean we get to fix our own beautiful harvester and actually upgrade it. But we have got a lot of time for that, so ooh, very nice. And then, do we need a sprayer? What about an animal ink? That is really, yeah, we're running out of space on the frontage. Let's have a look. I'm not sure if we do, I can't remember if we bought a sprayer on this one. Yeah, we've got this Spridiport, haven't we? Which is, it's more than ideal. Even that is probably better for us. Right, it's January. Let's go through till February. We're still selling a bit of bread. It will tick up a little, but we'll not want to knock it off. I haven't forgotten. I'm just leaving it because I know it's still worth quite a bit over the couple of months afterwards. You'll get a tag end of it being quite good. And bread isn't terrible normally either. So, oh my, that 302,000. Right, so we want to stop that selling now. I want to change that off. We want to put it on storing. We can also, we are going to stick, once we get to March, we are going to stick the, oh my life, we're doing very well out of the, oh, if we were doing a bunker silo, that is a beautiful thing. It is. Right, so let's grab you. And we could get you too. Oh, don't we need an auto load? That picks up off the floor. Wow. I think we will do that. We do need to grab that bit of, I mean, what they're useful for a lot of things, but yeah, I will see if we could do the trick that I've done many times to see if that could be, yeah, with the fluffy mods, not the fluffy mods, sorry, the AGI pack. I used to use that quite frequently to gather together the straw. We might be able to do the same with that. It's, yeah, quite an exciting bit of kit that. I mean, I love my belt systems, and I have sort of did delve into them quite deeply in FS25, so yeah, we will see. We've been very lucky with the equipment because we could have had the right load of sort of small stuff. Very lucky with that tanker. That is a beast. Deliberately made that for Carmston. Right, so we want to sell the legal one. Fantastic. And that we're going to buy for ourselves. Oh, wow. We will indeed. Fantastic. Right, let's go through till March morning, and we will leave it at that, I think. It will be a very, very good. So we didn't get a baler, but we have got something that could do that. It's a floor pickup, so... Yeah, but it won't put it into your... Well, we'll have to see. I've never used it. It's one of them... The AGI used to obviously go straight into your back of the trailer, but... Oh, my life. Gordon Bennett. Yeah, amazing. Right. Excellent. We could almost afford that because we've done that much ducking and diving this year. I mean, this is the type of thing that obviously nets you 30-odd thousand. You know, like 23, 27,000, 30,000. Now, that's serious dosh. That's on hard economy. That is the equivalent of like all of a year's, a good year's profit. So, to be honest, and again, it is the look of the draw, it seriously can bring in an awful lot of cash. So we'll grab the Lemkin too. We've got decent equipment, haven't we? So fantastic. Yeah, the things that are really small, it's not really worth you. Well, it is. Obviously, I'm creating content, so I don't want to be like bothering you with like me doing this for ages and ages. So I'm only picking items that are worth quite a bit of cash. where it takes them minutes to like do this particular thing each month, so it just makes a decent session for going over the winter, and we earn a bit of cash. And again, if we didn't have this, then we need to get out of debt. I realise I haven't forgotten. But also, we should be selling our soup that is. Next session, we're going to obviously fill everything up and that. I do realise that. So let's have a look at our. Yeah, we sort of could make a little bit out of it, but let's not get greedy. So we should have. This should be on green again. And it is. We're not got making an awful lot, but it's, yeah, we're probably out of carrots. No, yeah, we knew that we would get a little. Soup selling. It's the carrots, of course, that we've run out of, isn't it? So we knew this. Let's take it to 10 o'clock, and we'll get the last bit of our business. And then we've got to knuckle down. Ooh, wow. Now that was a little bit special. So, let's knock you back to storing. I've got to be honest, I feel like I'm back in my groove a bit. You know, because obviously it was a real struggle for me to like go into hard economy. I was like doubting my own sanity with like what I was doing. So right, let's have a look. How much finance loans have we got? 175. So we've really got 200 grand. So let's repay, and we're going to treat ourselves to one bit of kit. Or are we going to try doing the? We've got 248,000. We could try using the quantum. It might be the biggest blowout ever, but if it's like the AGI, my favourite, the SDX 20, that one you can like pile it all up, and then I mean, I suppose we could see, that's what I'm saying, we just have a go with this. Yeah, damage, we'll get it fixed and all that type of stuff. We've got a beautiful harvester, so we did the most important things. We got a few things that we didn't need but we do need. We've still, I mean, there's a beautiful lorry we can buy, so we're at 248,000 positive. We're on dollars. There's no point in changing it now. You're going to go to Riverbend Springs next. So. Right, so I think I'm going to leave it there. Obviously, this coming session, we've still got only the one vegetable planter, so we're going to need to lease another one. And we're going to need to heavily hit this lot. Potato. We've got our potato planter, another beautiful buy that we got for this. That is a real beaut. I mean, it costs us a fortune, but it is fantastic. So I think we might treat ourselves to another vegetable planter as well. I think 12,500 we can afford that. So we're going to plant these. Now we've got to rip them up. But one thing, obviously, we're doing it like this, the way that I have done it. It was nearly all root crop that we've got anyway. We've got 2 fields that we need to bale. We'll see the quantum next session. We'll see if that works. We can also pick this finally up. Luckily, yeah, I mean, Farm Simulator, it would be dead in the ground if it was real life. We'd left it on the ground like that, but lucky. So we're going to plough the fields next session. We're going to hit this hard. We'll do a massive session. Plough, stone pick, and grab the straw. Might be over 2 sessions because there's a lot of fields to do. So yeah, we shall see if the quantum works or whether it's a blowout. If not, we're going to buy ourselves. I'm going to treat myself to my favourite baler, I think, which is the VB3190. I do like the Crony equally, really. You want to say it because it does 180s and the bales are brilliant. I like the fast bale, but it's only small bales. It's a real game changer. Same as that. It's twice as expensive, but makes tiny little bales. I don't understand why. Is it a baler wrapper? Yes, it's a wrapper. That's why that's a bit dearer. I understand. That one does 180s as well, which you'd expect for a specialist like that. Not seen that in the sales once since playing FS25 ever. But these ones, the Crone and the VB3190 and that case, which is not a 180. Yeah, these appear in the sales a lot. But these are my two favourites if I was going to, like, say these ones. So we'll treat ourselves to one of those if the floor pickups a blowout. And I think it will be. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to buy another one of these. Just check. I think we've only got the one, haven't we? We'll do that now, I think, before we... it is a... What's the manufacturer? It's a Poitinger. Isn't it? Is it a Poitinger? Fernland, of course it is. Yeah, it reminds me of the Poitinger colours. So let's grab one of those now. And then we've got, we've got our potato planter. We've got, so we're going to buy one of those. And we also are going to probably buy a baler. Or do we lease it? Because once we've done this job, we're not going to use it for months. The chances are, if we're patient, we could well get one. The leasing cost is going to be like $3 grand, $5 grand. And we'll get all of the baling done. So I think we're going to do that. Yeah, so we'll do that now. Because I think the Quantum's going to be a blowout. And if it's not, I'm not going to lose any sleep over on leasing such a sort of brilliant sort of cost thing. So we'll go for my favourite. I usually... So, yes, we are going to lease it for 3,500. Yes. Fantastic. And that's so next session will be seen as set. We've got plenty. As I say, when we look at what we've got, really, we've got 1, 2, and as well as the Italian 3 and number 4, the class. 4 big tractors, as well as our little tiny John Deere, which has been sitting there for a while because he's really, it's a shame. And then we've now got a beautiful harvester. We do need a header. I realise this again. I don't mind if we lease it for now. But so we're looking for headers. And obviously we are really looking for a baler. But that's where we're going to leave it. We're at 232,000 euros. Ignore the dollar. He's fibbing. We're on euros. Yeah, so 232,165. Not a bad... I mean, a lot of that was ducking and diving. We still had about 80, 90,000 for selling stuff. The one thing that is a bit bad, if we'd have sold that more patiently at where I intended to, we would have earned a lot more. But you can't have it always. We still did very well out of it. And the ducking and the diving made up for the fact that we sort of were a little bit fast. Because if we sold that there... this beautiful place, then really we would have made an absolute killing on everything, because it would be 50% bonus on the price that you actually show. So it's a bit of a shame, but we've still done very well. I'm not complaining. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.